Imagine having a steady stream of cash flowing into your account every month or quarter, simply for holding onto a few solid stocks. These aren't just any stocks. These are high-yield dividend stocks, paying you over 5% while you sit back and let your money work for you. Today I'm counting down the top 10 high-yield dividend stocks for September 2024 that do exactly that, plus a bonus pick at the end. Whether you're building passive income or chasing financial freedom, these stocks are what you need in your portfolio. And guess what? Every one of these stocks has a long history of rewarding shareholders, so stick around to find out which ones made the list. Before you rush into high-yield dividend stocks, there's something important you should know. High-yield stocks often come with higher risks, and sometimes a yield that seems too good to be true can be a red flag. A company may have a high dividend yield because its stock price has dropped significantly due to financial troubles, or the payout ratio could be unsustainable in the long run. That's why it's critical to look at more than just the yield number. Take a deeper dive into the fundamentals, like the payout ratio, the company's cash flow, and its ability to generate earnings consistently. For example, a payout ratio above 90% could indicate that the company is paying out nearly all of its earnings as dividends, which may not leave enough room to reinvest in the business or weather economic downturns. That's why you'll notice that many of the stocks I mentioned today, like OneMain Holdings and Kinder Morgan, have relatively healthy payout ratios despite their high yields. This makes them more sustainable over the long run. So when you're building your dividend portfolio, always remember, it's not just about chasing the highest yield. It's about finding a balance between yield, dividend growth, and the company's overall financial health to ensure those dividends keep flowing in the years to come. Over to you, DH.
Thanks. I'll take it from here. Number 10. Altria Group. Let's start with Altria Group MO. Altria has been paying and increasing dividends for 54 years, which earns it the title of a Dividend King. The stock offers a dividend yield of 8.4%, and its 5-year compound annual growth rate, CAGR, for dividends sits at 5.2%, showing steady increases over time. With a relatively high payout ratio of around 80%, Altria is typical of more mature industries like tobacco, where high payout ratios are common. Altria pays dividends quarterly and remains a reliable source of high yield despite challenges in the tobacco sector. Number 9. AT&T. AT&T, a telecom behemoth, has consistently paid dividends for 38 years, making it a dividend aristocrat. Currently, AT&T offers a dividend yield of 7.1%, making it a strong option for income-focused investors. Its 5-year CAGR is more modest at 1.8%, reflecting slow but steady growth in dividend payouts. AT&T maintains a payout ratio of 60%, which gives it plenty of room to keep paying dividends and reinvest in its business. Like most of the stocks on this list, AT&T pays dividends quarterly. With its restructuring in place, AT&T has streamlined its business, making it a strong contender in the high-yield dividend space. Number 8. Verizon Communications. Next, we have Verizon Communications, VZ, another telecom giant that has been paying dividends for 17 years, putting it in the dividend contender category. Verizon currently offers a dividend yield of 7.5%, making it attractive for income-seeking investors. Its 5-year CAGR stands at 2%, showing steady growth. Verizon's payout ratio is a healthy 52%, providing the company with flexibility for dividend payments and operational expansion. Like AT&T, Verizon pays dividends quarterly and is focused on expanding its 5G network, making it a stable, high-yield stock for long-term holders. Number 7. Kinder Morgan. Switching to the energy sector, Kinder Morgan, KMI, is a top pick for high-yield investors, having paid dividends for 7 years and inching toward becoming a dividend contender. Kinder Morgan offers a strong dividend yield of 6.6%, and its 5-year dividend CAGR is an impressive 5%, signaling consistent growth. The payout ratio for Kinder Morgan is a manageable 55%, making it a solid choice for those seeking both yield and sustainability. Kinder Morgan pays dividends quarterly, And as one of the largest energy infrastructure companies in North America, it provides a stable cash flow and high dividends. Number 6. Realty Income. Known as the monthly dividend company, Realty Income, O, is a dividend aristocrat with a streak of increasing dividends for 29 years. Realty Income offers a dividend yield of 5.2%, and its 5-year CAGR for dividends is around 3.5%, reflecting a steady increase over time. With a payout ratio of 83%, Realty Income is typical for a REIT, which is required to distribute at least 90% of its income to shareholders. Unlike many others on this list, Realty Income pays dividends monthly, making it perfect for investors seeking a consistent and reliable income stream. Before we get to the top 5 stocks for the month of September, be sure to comment down below on some of the stocks you're investing in this month and see if your holdings match this list. Number 5. OnMain Holdings. OnMain Holdings, ONF, a financial services company, has been paying dividends for 8 years, earning it the status of a dividend challenger. OnMain Holdings boasts a whopping dividend yield of 10%, with a 5-year CAGR of 9%, reflecting significant growth for a company in the financial space. The payout ratio is surprisingly low for such a high-yield stock, sitting at 48%, giving OnMain plenty of room to maintain its dividend payouts. OnMain Holdings pays dividends quarterly, and its strong cash flows make it an attractive choice for high-yield dividend investors. Number 4. Lumen Technologies. Another high-yield player in the telecom sector is Lumen Technologies, LUMN. Lumen has paid dividends for 5 years, positioning it as a dividend challenger. The stock currently yields 7.3%, and its 5-year CAGR is around 3%, providing decent growth over time. Lumen's payout ratio is on the higher side at 75%, but it remains sustainable for now. Dividends are paid quarterly, and while Lumen has had its share of challenges, it remains a solid high-yield option for those seeking income from the telecom sector. Number 3. Williams Companies. Back in the energy sector, Williams Companies, WMB, has been paying dividends for 6 years, making it a dividend challenger. Williams Companies currently offers a dividend yield of 5.7%, and its 5-year CAGR is 7%, which is impressive growth for an energy infrastructure company. With a payout ratio of 65%, Williams is in a good position to continue offering high yields while also investing in its business. Dividends are paid quarterly, and with Williams' focus on natural gas, it remains a reliable source of income for high-yield investors. Number 2. BP plc. Another global energy giant, BP, has been paying dividends for 10 years, earning it the title of a dividend challenger. BP offers a solid dividend yield of 6.3%, and its 5-year CAGR is 4.5%, reflecting a focus on sustainable dividend growth. BP's payout ratio sits at 60%, which is healthy for a company in the oil and gas sector. Dividends are paid quarterly, and as BP transitions toward renewable energy, it's becoming an increasingly attractive option for both income and growth-oriented investors. Number 1. Philip Morris International. The final stock on our top 10 list is Philip Morris International, PM. Philip Morris has been paying dividends for 15 years, making it a dividend contender. The stock currently offers a dividend yield of 5.6%, and its 5-year CAGR is 3.9%, showing steady growth in its payouts. Philip Morris has a high payout ratio of 86%, which is typical for tobacco companies. Dividends are paid quarterly, and despite the regulatory challenges, PM continues to deliver for income investors seeking high yields. Bonus stock. Blackstone. As a bonus pick, let's talk about Blackstone, BX, one of the world's largest private equity firms. Blackstone has been paying and growing its dividend for 12 years, making it a dividend contender. The stock currently yields 6.9%, with a strong 5-year CAGR of 8%, reflecting impressive growth in assets under management. Blackstone's payout ratio sits at 80%, typical for financial firms. Dividends are paid quarterly, and Blackstone's massive growth potential and solid dividend history make it a high-yield stock worth considering. Back to the studio.
There you have it. The top 10 high-yield dividend stocks for September 2024, plus a bonus stock to sweeten the deal. If you found this to be helpful, please consider subscribing for updates on our Heroes Dividend portfolio or investment tips and ideas. Whether you're looking for monthly payouts with realty income, the stability of a dividend king like Altria, or the impressive yield of one main holdings, these stocks are designed to boost your income stream and help you build long-term wealth. Keep in mind that high yields often come with higher risk, so make sure to do your own research and consult with a financial professional before making any investment decisions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.